Hey guys, I'm going to teach you how to cook Koki beans in the fastest and easiest way possible. So for those of you who are watching me for the first time, you are watching Hilda L. Brown and you are welcome to my channel. So Koki beans is prepared with this particular kind of beans, okay? In my country, Cameroon, we call this Igbo beans. That is because the Igbo people in Cameroon were the ones who started using these beans. We saw it from them, okay? So it is quite easy. Most people who prefer to buy these beans that is already broken or already washed, and it is very expensive. It can be like €7 for a packet, but this one is not yet washed. So all you have to do is put it in water, let it soak for at least 7 minutes. So you can just play around between 7 to 10 minutes, okay? That will give it enough time for the beans to get soaked in water so that you can actually remove the skin, okay? So now after about 7 minutes, you have to put the beans, the soaked beans, in a blender. Make sure you add enough water. As you see, I'm adding enough water inside the blender. This is because without enough water, the beans will actually blend, but that is not what we want to do. We don't want to blend it. We just want to peel off the skin. So you need to put enough water, then you can now blend. But you will not blend continuously for a long time. You have to blend and stop. So now I'm just selecting my option to blend. And guys, watch very well. This is how you blend. You press the button of blend, you press stop, you count to maybe about 5 seconds or 7 seconds, then you stop. Then you press again. After about 7 seconds, you stop. Okay, do not blend continuously for a long period of time because you will blend your beans. Just, you know, blend and pause, blend and pause, blend and pause, right? Okay, this step is very important because if you don't do like that, your beans will come out a little bit blended, but it will not be smooth because the beans was not soaked for a very long time. It was in water just for about 7 minutes, and that was just enough time for the skin to be soft so that it can come out. So as you see, that's the peelings of the beans that has been separated from the beans. Do you see that? Yes, the skin is coming out from the beans. Our beans is still intact. You have to do this the right way if you want to get this result. So, as you see, this process is very easy to do if you know the technique. But if you don't, you will take about 1 hour just to wash your beans, like just to peel off the skin and separate it from the beans, which is quite time consuming. So if you want to prepare your Koki beans in a less time, please try to wash your beans this way. And I also prefer to use these beans that is still in full, not the one that has been broken, because with these ones you are very sure you will not have any sand, okay, in it. But usually the broken beans, I've tried it before, it is very expensive. One, the second problem is that usually it has some stones or dirt or dirty things there. I don't know, maybe it's because they try to wash it, then they dried it, and the environment was not too, hygienically okay, so it has a lot of sand and all that. I don't want that in my food, okay? So buy your your whole grains of beans, okay? Then you wash it yourself. That way you are going to spend less money, because buying this one that has not been broken or has not been washed is like €2.50, or maybe now they have added the price, it's like €2.95. But if you buy this packet, it is like 3 times cheaper than what you are going to pay for the one that is broken. But you see, you can actually wash it yourself in 20 minutes. Guys, in 20 minutes, you will wash your Koki beans and everything will be okay for you just to blend and cook. So as you see, I'm repeating the process for the rest of the beans. That is what you have to do. Repeat the process until you are done separating the skin of your beans, with the beans itself. Okay guys, now we'll go to the next step. So the next step is all about separating the skin of the beans from the beans. As you see, this is the skin of the beans that I've separated. I will show you how to do it. So all what you need is a colander. This is a colander. Now you have to pour in much water in your beans. Pour enough water so that the skin of the beans, which is lighter, will float in the water, okay, and your beans will be underneath. Then you can just pour the water in a colander and the skin of the beans will be collected in the colander. As you see, the skin of the beans is out, but this you cannot remove all the skin in one go, so you have to repeat this process many times. Okay, you can repeat it even up to 10 times if necessary. So as you see here, the beans is almost clean, but the first water is heavy already, so I have thrown it away and I've put fresh water now. With the fresh water, the remaining skin will still come up again for me to just pour in my colander and collect the rest of the skin to be thrown away. So you just add more water. As I said, you wash it very well. You see it is almost clean. So we are just going to separate our beans from the water now. So pour the rest of the water in the colander so that all that will be left would be the beans. Now your beans is almost clean. Not much skin is left in the beans. Now the next step is to pour it on a tray, okay, so that the remaining peelings, it is not much, but I mean if you pour it on the tray, you will see like this. You see there are still some dark heads or black head, so you have to remove them now by hand. You just select and pick the few that are there and your beans is ready. Guys, I do this in 20 minutes. I can wash my beans in 20 minutes, so there is no need for you to let's say waste money and buy the broken beans which has a lot of sand in it. Okay, you can actually wash your beans well if you know the technique. Now it's time to blend. So you just put it in a blender, okay, and you pour in some water. Remember, now we don't need too much water because we are going to make Koki beans. We need the consistency to be just okay. All right, so I added in some pepper and I'm just going to blend now. So let's go. So guys, while blending, make sure you let it blend for a little longer time. All right, say you can blend for 1 minute. All right, because you need the beans to be well blended. It has to be smooth. That will make your Koki beans very good in the mouth. If it is not well blended, it will be rough and you will not like it. So you just have to add now your ingredients. As for Koki beans, you don't need so much ingredients. You need salt, as you see, and some people cook their Koki beans just with salt. They don't put Maggi cubes. But if you are someone who does not consume too much salt, you can put salt, yes, then you add Maggi cubes. So as for me, I added Maggi cubes, but I'm sorry I did not record that part in this video. The next very important ingredient is palm oil. As you see, I just warm my palm oil in a microwave and I pour it directly into the mixture of beans. I also added spinach leaves. Okay, this is very good because it's going to make the Koki beans to be soft and not hard. All right, some people will use cocoyam leaves. In short, it is not about some people. Normally in Cameroon we use cocoyam leaves, but we are abroad and we don't have it here, not all the time, so we do with what we have. So I use spinach leaf in mine. Now I'm just going to prepare my pot. As you see, I put water already in the pot. Now I just put the aluminum foil in it just to protect the Koki beans from burning, you understand. And now this is my cooking sheet. I'm going to use it to tie my Koki beans. Okay guys, so that is it. But you know, the cooking sheet is not enough to cook your Koki beans for 1 hour. So I'm going to use an aluminum foil to tie it again, like just wrap it in because the aluminum foil is a better conductor of heat. It's going to help the coffee beans cook faster and also protect it from spilling out or getting burned. So guys, that's how you do it. I'll just wrap it around it, and it is okay to put in the pot. Okay guys, so now you are going to cook your coffee beans for at least 1 hour. I use a pressure pot. Okay, so with a pressure pot, 1 hour is okay. But if you are using a normal pot, which is not a pressure pot, you can cook it for up to 1 hour 30 minutes to be sure that it is really well done. All right guys, so just remember that from time to time, say in every 20 minutes, you check the pot to see if there's enough water, because you don't want your coffee beans to be burned. All right, so you just have to add in some water from time to time, say every 20 minutes, or you can wait up to 30 if you put enough water. So guys, after 1 hour my coffee beans was done. It can be 1 hour 30 minutes for you, but I'm sure if you find an average of 1 hour 15 minutes, you are very sure your coffee beans will be ready by then. So with the pressure pot, I used 1 hour, and this is my result. Guys, what do you think of it? Delicious. As you see, even the texture is nice. Also in the mouth, it was very tasty and soft. All right guys, not hard. Some people make cocky beans and it turns out to be hard. That's because they do not put enough water and oil also. So but as you see, it is really nice. You see the texture. I tried to cut it and you see how soft it was. So guys, that is your cocky beans for you. Very delicious, soft, and it is still very hot and fresh. So as I said at the beginning, this is the easiest and fastest way to cook your cocky beans, and be sure there is no sand in it. Buy whole grains, all right, and wash it yourself. I've shown you the technique on how to wash it very fast, so now you don't have any problem buying whole grain cocky beans. You can eat your cocky with cassava, like mine. I prepared cassava to eat it with it. You can use plantain, you can use cocoyam. Some people even eat it with yam, anything chewable. All right guys, and it is very, very delicious. I hope you liked it guys. Now, if you do like it, please thumb up to the video, right? Also share it to other people so they will learn how to prepare cocky beans in a very easy and fast way. And also please subscribe to my channel. I'll be seeing you on my next video.